So with the April deadline for WCAG 2.1 AA compliance looming, institutions are looking for quick wins. What are some of the high impact wins you think there are without overwhelming faculty or IT? We'll go to you, Heather.
There is no magic pill for this. I've been telling people that for over 2 years, but there's no magic pill. I don't think there's going to be a quick win, and I'm sorry for everyone in the chat. I do not have a magic answer here. That said, what I've seen the most progress on is when we focus on individuals learning the mindset of UDL or accessibility so they can practice it from square one.
Mhm.
That's where we've made the most progress and most change is when faculty understand, oh, this isn't scary. I can do this. Or staff learn it's not scary. They can do it. They're not afraid of it. So they're willing to put the effort in up front. There's a lot of fear of, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this. That said, I have been holding trainings for over 4 years now on this entire topic, and there's still people who don't understand the
Mhm.
concept of accessibility. And that is currently where I'm at generically with most of my absolutely progress is not perfection. Um, and trying to teach a bunch of graduate professors at our schools, they are used to wanting to be perfect all the time. And it is a mindset that we are working on here. There are a few AIs I've heard that are supposedly going to try to come in and save the day for all of our documents. Our graduate professional school, I don't think they're going to be doing that on our pharmacy school pharmacy documents or our medical school texts, but there's some hope generically that some of our more manageable documents could be mostly done by AI.
Mhm.
At the same time, the biggest place to focus on, there's no quick win. This is culture change, which
Yeah.
is slow and intentional.
Mhm.
And it is high impact in the long run. It's just very slow and tiring to everyone going through it.
Yeah. No, I can definitely, I can imagine, especially with those, like you said, a culture change. They're never quick. Jafar, do you have anything to kind of add to that with the
Yes, actually, I think another thing is to focus on a few practical changes that create a great impact. There are some changes that can be done easily, they do not need much time, but they create a big change. For example, making course documents accessible. This is something simple. It doesn't need a lot of time, but it is a big win. Adding meaningful alt text to images. This is also simple. It is possible to use AI to generate the alt text, and this will make these images accessible to screen reader users. Another thing is adding captions to videos. This is also a big one, and it doesn't need a lot of time. Now, there are many tools that can generate automatic captions, and these captions can be edited quickly. So maybe these few changes can make a big one, but they don't need a lot of effort.
Mhm. No, absolutely.
The one thing
Uh,
to add on is it does also help if you have some person, one person, ideally, or an office in charge to take ownership,
yeah.
to lead the charge on making sure everyone knows how to do the captionings correctly, or people who can go to. I know a lot of our institutions are currently not wanting to fund that position and role, I've heard across the board. But if you could get that person, or you could push for it, I hope you get that person soon to your institutions.
No, absolutely. I think that'll be a big it would be a godsend for a lot of institutions, especially with it looming over a lot of heads. Just to kind of build on that question, I think it'd be a good chance to kind of open up the floor to everyone in chat and to you guys to just kind of so you mentioned there about there may be some AIs coming out to help with like documents and things like that. And Jafar was talking about some of these practical wins, which might be a bit less effort for you guys in your institutions with this deadline looming. Are sort of some of the things that you're trying to attack when it comes to making sure they're accessible for your students? And then from the people in the chat, what are your institutions looking at? Because I feel like there may be a chance to kind of share, oh, we found this really cool thing that's helped, or we've done this to do that. And then everyone can kind of leave here with maybe, oh, here's a few little things that I can go look at to kind of make sure we've got some accessibility standards set for these WCAG guidelines. Sorry, I froze. We'll start with you, Heather. If you got a few things that you guys are working on for it?
I mean, I think we have the same list as most folks in this group, but we provided all of our faculty and staff with a list of things that have to be done for our courses as well as staff.
Mhm.
And we are hosting events through Faculty Teaching and Learning and a couple of other offices just to get people actually looking at their syllabi finally or looking at the videos in their class and teaching them how to put captions on stuff.
Mhm.
Some schools, because we have 7 schools at University of Maryland, each one is on very different progression levels and it is making it very interesting to see who's doing what. We're hopefully are going to have a competition to see which schools can get it together first because there's nothing our schools like to do than to beat each other. If anyone has a
Always,
medical school, you know what I mean.
yeah, always a bit of friendly competition.
Hey, it's kind
Yeah,
of fun. If you can
yeah,
compete with your English department against your math department, go have fun with it.
yeah, absolutely. And for you, Jafar, is there anything that you guys are kind of like really trying to hone in right now with your faculty for when it comes to these guideline changes?
Yeah, actually, we are working on this for a long time. We do regular presentations about how to make contents accessible. We are doing this for a long time. Actually, since I started working here, for example, if we approve a student for captioned video, we send to the professor the way of doing this and the tools available to do so. So we are working on this for a long time, and hopefully we are now in a good point.
No, that's what we love to hear, especially considering is it April 20th or something, I believe, the date for
Sounds
It
it.
about
is
right.
up, yeah, April 24th. Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, no. Well, I'm glad that you guys are putting your best foot forward. I know it's going to be a lot of hard work, but I'm glad to see that you got the right steps in place, as they would say. And in the chat, I saw there. Oh, my screen just keeps disappearing. I do apologize. Well, Sean, I like that analogy where you've told your folks like weight loss as the institution, we need to focus on the agility and sustaining the priority of accessibility. It really puts an emphasis on this isn't just a thing that we're all going to get done right now. It's right, this is going to be a long road, but how we put in those steps in place from day one to kind of build up to where we're fully accessible. And I think it's a really good analogy there.